What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. More specifically, some expectations for this upcoming week, what might cause volatility in stock price, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So Lucid this upcoming week is going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. So you're going to have FOMO still in very much full force, and that is resemblant based on Bitcoin. So cryptocurrency's been running over the weekend, so meaning people's appetite for risk is on the table. And so far, during the 24-hour trading through 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, a lot of growth stocks are kind of signaling that tomorrow and just this week is going to be another breakout period. Lucid has been doing the opposite. Lucid's been hitting 52-week lows, selling off for various different things. So Trump and EVs, as I've alluded to, I don't think they jive all that well. So for instance, even Daniel Ives stated the fact that Trump winning is going to really benefit Tesla, and obviously you see a nice positive push in that regard, but the whole EV sector most likely will have the rebates and tax incentives pulled. So even though a lot of Lucid's products don't really qualify for that, it's just more of a negative sentiment on EVs, which with time will present itself as a good opportunity to buy. But I think right now people are focusing on the key sectors, especially finance and semis, and really just dumping a ton of money in that. So I think there's just a rotation occurring, and Lucid regrettably is kind of getting left in the dust. But this upcoming week you have a couple of Fed speakers, even Powell on Thursday. You have on Monday, with it being Remembrance Day, the bond market close, so historically that is lower volume. You have CPI, initial jobless claims, retail sales coming out on Friday and Thursday. So you're going to have a lot of volatility, especially overwhelming amount of Fed speakers. But like I said, that might kind of slow the progress, but I think the market is in full FOMO mode. And shorts, though, they've been taking advantage. So with the broader market rallying, they have been kind of selling out of their Lucid position. So even on Friday, shorts did return 2.91 million shares. And in case you don't know, by shorts returning, they are buying. And so essentially they're freeing up room. So the next time Lucid does run up, they'll have more than enough ammunition to really just suppress it and double it down. It's a very, very vicious cycle with Lucid. So I think this upcoming week, it is fair to assume that similar nature is going to happen, that shorts are going to continue to return, but nothing substantial. I don't think any big swings are going to happen with the shorts this week. But going into this week, 20.64% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 246.11 million shares. Cost to borrow average is 1.66%, and then utilization is 87.71%. And eventually shorts will get off of Lucid's back once they hit profitability or kind of move towards that. But yeah, their earnings was okay. Like I said in my video yesterday, if you just go over and look at their transcripts, it paints a different picture. And it kind of goes to show, I'm sure a lot of people already know this, but Peter goes off topic and he tends not to answer the direct question. And even analysts, so even if we skip down to some of the analyst questions, where are they? A little bit lower, I think. John Murphy starting off. And so essentially, analyst asks a question, Peter talks on technology, and then the analyst just basically answers like, oh, okay, thank you very much. Like Andre Shepard. So this question, I'm not going to go into depth on it, but this is the question. Peter does not even answer it whatsoever. They're talking on how are you anticipating ramping up on the Gravity. He's fucking talking, and then Peter talks on technology and just range, not talking like that. He didn't answer the question once. Then Andre Shepard just says, okay, appreciate the color. It's like analysts are just like, okay, this guy can't even answer a damn question. As I mentioned in my video yesterday, 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗖𝗧, right down here, the very last question, clearly must have pissed Lucid off because they just ended the earnings very abruptly, but he was going after them like crazy. And it even says here, it's been said for quite a number of quarters now, in fact, and your non-predecessor Sherry was talking about it. I was wondering whether you could perhaps place me on a timeline. How far are we away from all these cost savings? So he was really going after Lucid. So a lot of people want to know why Lucid's not going up. It is this, a lot of grayness. And under this channel, I really do hope you appreciate this. I'm not here to hype you up. There's more than enough people on various YouTube channels that are there just to pump people up. And I could do that. I can definitely do that. But hey, the technology is amazing. It's going to go to the moon. Like, all you have to do is just buy and hold. I like to go over like, hey, Lucid does need to do this, this, and this to improve. Like, until that time, it's going to do blah, blah, blah. That's obviously, I'm just interpreting data. So hopefully you appreciate all of this. So I'm not just bitching about Lucid all the time. It's just, they need to improve. And the way I actually do see Lucid, they have an amazing product. That's just why I still cover them. But I started to think about this on my flight home. And I was like, I can see Lucid as just a child's lemonade stand. They are unable to really forecast the appropriate demand. All they're actually doing is, hey, I'm just going to keep making lemonade and hope it works. That is literally what Lucid is doing in a lot of different aspects. So yeah, some people might disagree with me on that, and that's completely fine. I'm open to hearing different viewpoints on all of that, but I think just the fact that shorts are surrounding Lucid all the time, it's very resemblant that things aren't going all that well. But cost to borrow, call options from Friday, 1.68 million, 469,000 in puts from Friday. So kind of low dollar value. 50% of all the options being done were optimistic and bullish. But of those options, you see, even for the foreseeable future, people are anticipating between 250 and 3. So it's kind of crazy, the fact that people are not anticipating anything more than Lucid, more than $3. So if you do believe in Lucid bigger picture, then yeah, take advantage and buy calls typically whenever shit is hitting the fan, pardon my French. That's the times usually you make the most money, right? It's when the market stocks surprise the market, goes up, and that's how you make a lot of money on calls. But again, call options and options in general, just do your own research and stuff like that. But these are all the transactions that have been occurring on the secondary market from Friday. So you see a lot of selling done after hours, some buying throughout the day, but still not to the same magnitude as what's been happening. So you have shorts returning, and most likely that is these entities right here. Because of course, anything that does show as a ask is a buy. And so again, that's correlated with shorts returning. But quickly going over here, I'll give you an overview of Elliott Wave technicals. So going into this upcoming week, it does have a pivot point of 257. So for as long as it is below that, then it is anticipated to get to that 167 to 181 range. So not necessarily the best. These are all the latest analyst ratings that have come out post earnings. So you have John Murphy, Bank of America, $3.40. Reiterated 𝗖𝗎𝗓, Stefan, 42% success rating, $4 price target. Then 3, Cantor Fitzgerald, Andre Shepard, RBC Tom, $3. It'd be interesting to see what Adam Jonas and Garrett did actually and will give for a rating. So most likely these are, especially, it was kind of random, right? So 21, 24, and 24. So that was correlated with I believe that whole tech and manufacturing day. Maybe the analyst showing of the AMP1 facility was around that time period, and this is why analysts did give ratings at that stage. So we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, just Peter's inability to really answer the tough questions, it is 1,000,000% kind of shown that analysts are getting frustrated with Lucid. And this is something that I've been bringing up in the past, is just the fact that analysts are getting tired of Lucid, and they don't even bother arguing. They just say, okay, thanks Peter for the answer, appreciate it. Like, it's it's sad, and I really do want Lucid to be something big, and based on what Peter said, it is a long-term play. I don't like when people say that. That usually just shows that they see a lot more downside coming, but bigger picture, eventually in a unknown time period, it will go up, but in the short term, there's going to be more pain. And I don't like hearing that, especially coming from an investor. Like if you are emotionally invested in Lucid too much so, then yeah, you will get kind of stuck holding bags, as what they like to say it. But this is why I like to go over all the data, because it does signal good times to buy and stuff like that. Because right now with it at $2.21, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So $2.64 is going to be the next strong kind of target for Lucid, and then $2.14 is going to be the next strong support, followed by $1.83 and then $1.32. So this S2 is where that kind of the high end for that Elliott wave technicals is predicting. So like I said, if you're looking to accumulate and buy more, then I would personally look more around this S2. But once again, you guys do whatever floats your boat. If you want to buy now, buy at $1, $5. I'm not here to influence that, so you guys do whatever floats your boat. But in my opinion, I think just with everything, it's there is going to be a lot more downside coming with Lucid. Quickly going back over to 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧, you can kind of even just see generally over here, everything is running up during the 24-hour trading through 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗧. So it goes to show that next week is going to be pretty hot. Lucid right now is flat, so nobody's buying Lucid. You have SoFi, it's up a huge amount. Palantir, like a lot of stocks are just going to the moon essentially. So yeah, it's not the best kind of looking for Lucid. So what is your thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Where do you see Lucid going for this upcoming week? Do you think that it's going to break that $2 mark, or do you think it is going to recover to more so around this pivot or this R1? So what's your thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.